Alright, so let's get with this intro synth here. Really fun to try this on guitar. It's just going to be a lot of octaves going on here. We'll start here on 7 of the G, okay, for the D octave. Alright, and we're going to be going between that and the 10 on the high E. And with this, you kind of want to do a couple of 7s, a couple of dead strings, a couple of 7s, a couple of dead strings. We're just basically doing 2 of the notes and then 2 dead string sounds. Alright, put a little echo on there, some reverb, it all sounds good. Alright, so it's just a matter of getting that technique down to... Alright, and then we just come up to the 10 on the E and do that same deal. And it's just a matter of getting that comfortable with that. And you know, you can just kind of loosely strum this because it'll help you get the speed down. If you're you know, able to you know, put the technique in this to deaden all the strings so you don't get a bunch of noise. So it's like, okay. It's about what we're going for right there. Right. So once you're able to get that technique down, then it's just a matter of shifting that position. We go from there, okay, then we take it down to 5G and 8E, all right, for that C. All right, and we just do the same thing there, but we only go through this once. All right, and then from there, we bring it all the way up to 10G and 13 on the high E for this F. So just try it slowly here. Alright, and then it's just a matter of getting it up to tempo. Alright, the intro guitar is just kind of doing these long sustaining notes here. It starts here at 10 on the B, just hangs there for a minute with some vibrato, slides up to 13, slides to 13 down to 5, up to 6, up to 8, back down to 5. And then it comes up way high. We come up to 20 on the high E. All right, so count them up. Way up here. Scales down, goes 18, 17, 18B, back to the 20E, 18, 17. All right, then we go 18, 20, on the B to 19G. Okay. A little stretch there for the frets. Second part of the guitar intro, on G, we go 17, 18, then D, 17 to 15, and then to the 15D. The verse section, there isn't really a guitar just like strumming away or anything, but the implied chords going on would be a D minor, okay, to a F, C, to G. There is some lead guitar going on in the background there. It's just kind of playing some long note there at the 17 on the high E. Just comes in at that final measure, like the final first G that happens. Just kind of hits that 17. Little thing there. And at the end of the second time we go through the G, it just kind of follows that vocal melody, the My Old Friend section, with the 1 E to open to 3 B. Pre-chorus, we get this dynamic D minor chord here, just a 1, 1, 2. Right. And then we tack on this cool little 8, 10, 8 on the B, just slide up and back down. Right. We do that twice. Right. From there we go to a F chord, kind of that 1, 1, 2 for a measure, to a G chord, 1, 1, 2. Right. Repeat the D minor section with the chords and then the slide up and down. Repeat that again a couple times. And the final time through here, where we would do the F to the G chord, it just stays on that slide up of the 8 to 10 to 8 on the B. It just does it twice. For the chorus, we just kind of stay in this middle section here. We're going to go to the D minor. We're just going to play little parts of these chords and just shift ever so slightly to get to the next chord. Start with the D minor, and with this, it's all going to be eighth note strums all the way through these chords. So D minor, just worry about the 7 on the D and G with the 6 on the B, and just strumming that for a measure eighth note style. Then we move to a B flat. So with this, all we have to do is kind of move down. We do the 6 on the B and the E, keep that 7 on the G and the 6 on the B, basically. So just a small little shift to get to that B flat, and just strum that for a measure. All right. F, we're going to kind of make a D chord shape, but just do it up here at the 5th fret. So we got 5G, 6B, 5 on the E there. All right, and with this, we're gonna strum that for the full measure. The next measure comes along, we hit it, slide it up 2 frets to make it a G. So 7 on the G, 8B, 7E. Hit it a few times, slide it back down to that 5 for the F. Okay, that type of move. And we would go through these 4 measures just like that, go through that twice. And then we do the D minor, the B flat, but then once we do the F on the final time, we just carry that F for a good 2 measures. All right, do it twice as long as we usually do. And then do the G chord twice as long as we usually do. No sliding around or anything, just straight up G like that. Okay, with the chorus lead, we're essentially just going parallel with the vocal melody there. So just think of that melody in your head, and we're just playing it right here in kind of this D minor shape. So we start with 2G, 3B, open E, 1. Okay, 2G, 3B to 1B. All right, we do that twice, and the third time, we do our 2G, 3B, open E to 1, come back to that 2G. But we're following the vocal, so right here we're going to go 3 on the E, slide up to 5, back down to 3, hold that for a moment, and then slide it down to 1. during the second verse, we get a little bit of a lead thing happening. It'll be up here. We go 13B to 13E. Okay, then we do 14G to 12G. Okay. Second part of it, 13B, 13E. Back to the 13B, we go 15 on the E, all the way up to the 20. Interlude section, we just get some big chords ringing out, power chord style. Just do a D power chord, 5 on the A, 7 on the D and G. Go from there, come up to the 8A, 10s on the D and G for the F. Up a set to the C at the 8E, 10 on the A and D. And then first run, finish that with the 10 on the A, 12 on the D and G for the G there. Repeat that all again, all the way up to the C, but just hold the C for 2 measures. Last pre-chorus, pretty much the same as the other one. It just kind of adds some new funky little things, and you can really just like insert noise for a couple of these spots, but technically this is what he's be doing. He'll hit his D minors as usual. Alright, but then he's going to slide up real high. We go 14B, 15E, slide up to that, hit a few times. Alright, we do our D minors again, and then we slide up to 20 on the E. Alright. And at this point, we're just going to hit 10s on the G, B, and E, and just give it slow bends while strumming 8th note style. Kind of gradually make it just the 10 on the E, bending, hit that 8th note style, release it off to 8. Okay, we get a cool outro solo that comes in. It does this really quick scale up initially. We'll be high here. We go 17 on the G, 18, 20, 17, 18, 20 B, 17, 18, 20 E. Come back off to the 18, to the 17. So slowly be. Alright, so it's just quick hammer-on style scale up. Alright, and from there, we just kind of do this scale down on the E string. On that 17 of the E, we go 17, 18, 17, 15 to 17. Back to 17 there, 15, 13, 15, 13, 10, 13. So just kind of like pulling off, hammering on, pulling off. Okay, just kind of reel that off quick. All right, and at that point, come up and do some bends. 18 on the B with the 15 on the E. Just give that 3 big bends there. All right, and then we hit this kind of nasty dissonant chord here. 13 on a low E, 14 A, 15 D. Just kind of a weird, funky little chord that just happens at the end of it there. Continuing with some outro soloing here, he just kind of gets into this real blatant kind of scale thing that happens here. This 12 to 14 G, 12, 13, 15 B, 12, 13 E. It does that twice. Okay, it just does it twice there. Then he moves up. We'll go 15B, 17E, 15B, 15E, 15B, 17E, 15B, 15 to 13 on the E. Okay, just do that a couple times. Right. Then we go from 15B, 18E, 17, 18, 17, 15. All right, just alternating with that 15B. All right, because at that point, everything's hitting this B flat that happens at the very end. And just finish with 18s on the B and E. And just a heads up, the final chorus, which is also the outro here, everything stays the same with it. It's just at the very end, we just tack on an extra 2 measures of B flat.